we're gonna move on to the next guest right now. What is this guy's bio, bro? No
What's
way.
up, man?
What's going on, Mark? How we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Out of curiosity, it says in your bio.
I just want to know why you think Trump is terrible for America when you have people who are even on your side literally proving you wrong every day.
Mark, I got you. I'll answer your question. I just like want to double check because I'm like looking at your bio. It says CHS 97. Why do you have like the year you graduated high school from in your bio?
A lot of people do.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Why do you think that Trump is terrible for America when you even have people on your own side that are proving you wrong every day?
Like liberals come up here and prove me wrong. I don't really think that
I've seen
happens.
liberals on the internet talk about, well, Trump, we need people who are doing something different. And Trump's that guy who came in here and he's making deals and offers, and the other countries might not like it, but they have to toughen up and deal with what Trump is offering them. They got to deal with what Trump's giving them. And right now,
Hey, man,
he's giving them something that's going to make us better.
can you give me like the handle of one liberal that has ever said this, like publicly?
Look up all the Democrats and the economists. All the economists were on your side at first because they were just probably getting paid out under the table to say random propaganda bullshit. And now they're the ones coming out and saying, "Oh, well, Trump's plan is actually going to make us rich."
Actually, Trump's plan is going to make the rich people richer. Sure. But actually, financial institutions that do fiduciary work for their clients, here's the deal. The chairman of the Fed is saying that America is heading towards a recession, that America might even potentially experience stagflation. Atlanta Fed says the same thing. GDP Now from the Atlanta Fed says the same thing. JP Morgan is officially projecting a recession this year. Goldman Sachs is officially projecting a recession this year. All reputable and credible institutions of finance do indeed project that Donald Trump's policy for the economy is terrible and will send us into negative GDP growth for over 2 financial quarters. So your claim that the economists are defending Trump is unilaterally false.
So how come all them economists that you say are saying that are probably, or you can look them up, they're all Democrats. They've already been Democrats.
Dude, the chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, was originally appointed by Trump. Why would Trump appoint a flaming liberal?
Who?
Jerome Powell. Mark. Jerome Powell.
What does he do?
He's the chairman of the Federal Reserve.
And what's so bad about him?
What's so bad about him? I never said there was anything bad with Jerome Powell.
Well, why did you bring him up in the first place?
Because he is Mr. Moneyman, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and he says that Donald Trump's tariffs are going to slow GDP growth.
Okay, so let me tell you this. You think it could slow it down for a little bit, but when people have good things happen, you have to go through a little pain to feel.
No, that's not true.
So how come you
don't have to feel pain to do good?
LeBron, Kobe, Michael Jordan, LeBron, they all say it too. When you win a championship, you become the greatest player of all time. It takes hard times and work to get there.
Oh, so you're like equating like going to the gym and having your muscles tear to build your biceps into being bigger to experiencing a recession?
We're not experiencing no recession. Where'd you get that from, out of your asshole?
No.
You getting paid to process propaganda all day long?
Did you just say I'm getting paid to
You're getting paid money to process propaganda.
Say that 3 times fast.
No.
Say it 3 times fast.
How about you just actually hold a real conversation?
Say it 3 times fast. Paid money to process propaganda. Come on.
You do it. I'm not the one over here begging and crying for money.
Dude, Mark, unironically, I've been talking to you this whole time about how much of a shithole you are. When have I begged or cried for money?
Oh, because I'm a shithole. You don't even know my morals.
I know that you have the year you graduated from high school in your bio. What? Did you play football too? You go back to
I played football there for the varsity side, little guy.
Do you go back to one of their games every once in a while?
I live in the same area. Why wouldn't I?
Dude! Mark?
I know the coaches love me. I love the coaches.
Thinking back on like your time in high school, would a fair valuation be to say that was the best time of your life?
No, I love my life right now. I have a beautiful woman and a kid who just came out
A kid who just came out?
just a few weeks
What a
ago.
really crude way to talk about childbirth. I have a kid that
What?
just came out.
He did just come out a few
That's
weeks ago, buddy.
that's such a crude remark. No,
My bad. My beautiful, amazing woman just gave childbirth a few months ago.
my beautiful, amazing woman just
A
gave
few weeks
childbirth.
ago.
Okay.
It's almost been a month now. He's almost a month old.
Really? How is it being a father?
It was good. It's so stressful.
Very stressful.
Well, you haven't yet proven me one time how Trump is terrible for America.
I haven't yet proven you. So the correct grammatical structure that
I don't
sentence.
care what it is, buddy. You're gonna answer my darn question.
Okay. I'll answer your question. Okay, no, I'll answer your question, but before we do, I gotta thank Erica for the $2 super chat over on YouTube saying more propaganda, please. Tabby with a future encounter. Mello with the 100 SEK over on YouTube super chat. Thank you so much. Can you thank Mello and Erica real quick?
No.
Please?
I'm not gonna thank them little Democrat grifters on here sending you money from the DNC.
Wait, how the fuck so the people that donate to me are quote unquote Democrat grifters that send me money from the DNC?
You get sent money from the DNC. Those aren't even real people giving you money.
What?
Those are people who work in the Democratic Party now, who they are getting on separate accounts trying to send you money.
Wait. So like for instance,
you read it off.
So like
it's
41 seconds ago, I got a donation from Stephanie for $30. Okay, Stephanie L. I won't read out the last name, but it's a picture of like a millennial woman.
You know what? You know how you see go on Facebook and TikTok and there's all them bots. They got pictures.
Okay, but like for instance,
AI account.
I just clicked on like Stephanie's Venmo account and I'm like in her public transactions and it looks like she's been paying.
Why are you creeping on? Even if they were real, why would you be creeping on random people like that?
Well, apparently, according to you, it's not a random person; it's a robot. So
it could be. It's you don't even know.
I think I do know. I think
we know your whole little scheme.
I think
we all know.
I think assuming the people that donate to me are like robots is the same level of skepticism. Like assuming the people that you just interact with on a daily basis is just very advanced AI.
No, well, we know who you truly are, buddy. And once we get you exposed, we're all gonna.
What am I gonna get exposed for, bud?
You're gonna get exposed.
Maze, thank you for the $15 over on Venmo. Shut up. Thank you for the Maze. Maze, thank you for the $15 donation over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Maze, as well. Celia with the $5 over on Venmo. Blake with the $2 over on Venmo. Kirsten with the $20 donation over on Venmo from the DNC. Now, my real life job. I appreciate you for the love, Kirsten. And Blair with the $10 over on Venmo. And Misty with the 5 as well. Thank you so much, Blair and Misty. You guys are so incredibly awesome. And thank you so much for the love and the donations. Everybody, please show some love to the donors. That's so incredibly kind, guys. Thank you so much, as well as Kristen with the $20 super chat over on YouTube saying beep boop bot. That is right. Thank you so much for the love, Kristen, alongside Mello and Maddish. I appreciate you both for the $5. That is so incredibly kind. And Sid with the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Sid. I mean, sorry, not Venmo, YouTube super chat. You were the best, Sid. Thank you so much. Luca with the $3 over on PayPal. And oh my God, Blair with the $10 on Venmo. Nicholas with the $5 on Venmo. And Jesse with the $30 donation on Venmo from Donald J. Trump. Thank you for the love, Jesse. And Donald Jody with the $3. Well,
Donald Trump ain't never gonna give you no money.
According to the donation. Oh,
do you know who
so Trump
is?
isn't going to give us money, so I just want to clarify. So
he's got the video.
Wait, so you just said that Donald Trump's never going to give me money. So in other words, Donald Trump's never going to cut taxes for the average American?
No, he'll cut your taxes if you want.
But doesn't that give me money?
Doesn't mean that you can't be a horrible person, still go through life just like normal, like you are.
I think I'm a significantly better person.
Do you believe in Jesus?
Do I believe in Jesus? I was raised Catholic. I'm still sympathetic to a lot of Christian values, but no, I'm not a Christian.
You think Trump and Jesus talk?
Mark, what kind of question is that?
You don't think Trump ever you think that if Jesus was a person, he would do bad things? Do you think Jesus would do bad things?
No, like the whole.
So how would Trump, if Trump has been the one talking to Jesus and Jesus has been telling him the plan?
Wait, you think that Jesus has been talking to Trump and telling him what to do?
Well, he's been praying to him, ain't he?
Well,
And
actually,
Jesus has been responding to his prayers
so
and telling him, Trump, I know what you've been doing, and this is what we're going to do together.
oh, so you think everything Trump's done, he's just done it with Jesus? So like
not everything,
so
not
he,
everything.
So he
but sometimes Jesus will tell him if he's doing right or wrong.
So he raped E. Jean Carroll with Jesus?
Nope.
So
that didn't happen.
So Jesus wasn't there for that?
Jesus, he doesn't. Jesus will come down and tell him, "Hey, you're not doing this right. You need to do this," because he knows he sees a lot of himself in Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. How do you? Okay, where's this lore coming from? Like, dude, go tell it to Wattpad. But why are you acting as if this is like a true coherent version of reality? Like, guess
you don't think so,
Mark? On a scale of 1 to 10, guess how like hard it is for me right now to hold back laughing in your face.
Laughing for what, buddy?
Like laughing at you because
telling you that Trump is the one who prayed to Jesus and said, "Dear Jesus."
So do you think that like Trump is like a prophet of God? Because like actually the definition from the Bible.
God knows who Trump is, and God might have put him here.
Well, no, purposely. Like the definition of like a prophet from the Bible is just somebody like in conversation with God to execute upon their commandment. And like seemingly you're saying that's what Trump does. So like, and according with the definition of what a prophet is from the Bible, Trump is a prophet.
Well, I don't know. I saw something online, and I saw another one of your guests come up here, and he was saying the same thing.
So,
and I kind of believe what he said there.
Oh, okay. I think, was that a really long time ago?
It was a really long time ago.
It was? That guy that told me that Donald Trump and Jesus had sent letters between one another, and then when I asked for the evidence, he told me to look it up on Google.
I don't know I don't know what did that.
No? Where can I find evidence that Donald Trump has talked to Jesus?
Well, it's somewhere on a subreddit. You can find it on something. There's proof, and they list the data.
Did you just say that I could find a subreddit that lists the data to show Jesus and Trump talk?
Look it up right now.
On Reddit?
Look it up right now, buddy.
What do I look up?
Look up, did Donald Trump speak to Jesus?
You know what I think you should look up?
Huh?
5150.
What's that mean?
Look it up.
No, you do it.
No, you look it up, Mark.
Why?
So you can figure out what it is.
5150?
Yeah.
Look it up right now?
Yeah.
Why? What does that mean?
Look it up on Google, Mark.
Right now?
Google will tell you, Mark.
5110?
No! 5150. Where, dude?
5151?
No, just 5150. Look it up on Google. Okay, while he's looking that up on Google, I do have a couple people to thank. I'd like to thank Mr. Lamb for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. Saying, quite frankly, what is this guest do? They're crazy. Thank you for the love, Mr. Lamb. As well as Danny with a 10, Katie with a 5. Hello,
what
world
does that
with a 5.
even mean?
Don't worry about it. Sam with a $5 on YouTube Super Chat. Gradients with a $5. Can you thank Sam and Gradients?
Huh?
Oh my God, Liz with the $5 on Venmo from Jesus. Oh my God, you hear that?
You need to pull that big old liberal bullshit.
Ashley, thank you so much for liberal stick out of my behind. Wow, you have quite the imagination, Mark. I'm never thought about that ever before, but
you're just a gross little guy.
You're thinking about a liberal stick in my rear end.
Liberal stick full of propaganda shoved so far up your ass it's poking out your damn eyeballs. You can't see straight.
So, and who's the gross one in this scenario, Mark? Because that was pretty graphic.
You're the one who's got it all the way up there, and you must seem to enjoy it.
Mark. Okay, it's time. Mark, okay, listen. I know who you are. The bit's up. The bit's up, Mark. Whoop, cat's out of the bag. I remember you about halfway through when you started talking about Trump and Jesus.
About what?
When are you going to give up the bit? You've been running this bit for over a year now.
No, I haven't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you have. We've had this discussion before. Yeah. You used to come up here all the time and you used to say, Trump talked to Jesus. They sent letters back and forth. You want evidence? How about you look it up on Google?
I never said that once.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And then I followed you on one of your accounts because I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you could be pretty fucking funny. You're a pretty funny troll. Okay. Then I want to message you about like, you know, just having like a really lighthearted bit for comedy because you're just completely satire. And you know what you messaged me back?
I don't remember nothing because I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, we all remember you, Chris Webb.
What'd I message you, buddy?
I don't know, but you just kept up the bit even in DMs. This guy's never dropped his guard, not once. This guy's been keeping the same bit running, whether it's publicly or privately, for over a year.
That doesn't even make sense.
What if he's just not fucking trolling and this is just really how he feels?
You think I'm a troll because of what? Because I come up here and tell you things that you can't.
Because you told me to go to Reddit to find evidence that Donald Trump talks
There's
to
literal
Jesus.
posts and links in there that you can click to other websites that show you the proof.
Then why don't you show me it right now?
I told you where to go, and you won't. You won't figure it out for yourself.
You literally just said subreddit. Okay, I think that there's over like what is it? 50 million of those.
Look up Trump Jesus subreddit.
That's too vague too. Brenna, thank you for the $5 on PayPal saying that Jesus talked to you, told me to send you that. Let's go, Brenna. As well as Maze, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Ashley, thank you for the 20. And Liz, thank you for the 5. And then Ashlyn, thank you for the 15, saying definitely a bot. Jessica and Emily with a 5 each. Kenya with a 10. Jessica with a 5 saying Slay King. Tammy with a 10. Thank you so much, Tammy. Jason with a 5, Nicholas with a 5. Thank you everyone so much for all of the love over on Venmo. Quite frankly, that's the truth. As well as Patricia, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal. Allison with a 20 said, guess I'm the DNC. That's right. Mark, thank you so much for the 30. Say, keep kicking ass. I'll never stop, guys. Thank you so much for the love, everyone. Oh my God. Okay, Mr.
You're just a gross little guy. Gross little devious guy, and I'm going to have to pray for you later. Tonight.
Why do you think I'm gross? Oh, he left. He's going to pray for me later tonight.